Now then chaps, welcome to another engineering video. 2 engineering videos in 2 weeks. Yeah, but I've got a proper engineer with us today, or you're shaking your head. So what we're doing today is we're going to be welding the diff for the E46. So as I said in a previous video, I've got a diff from an Auto 330i which has a slightly higher ratio, so it'll spin up the gears a bit easier. In theory we might be able to grab third, who knows. But before we put the diff in the car and the rest of the subframe and everything like that, we're going to have to weld the diff. And I thought it might be a bit of an interesting video, or Ed thought it might be an interesting video, for me to have a go at welding the diff. So here we are. Now we've got an expert with us, Mr. Land Rover man. Now he's shaking his head again. He knows how to use a welder and he's welded diffs in the past, so it's a good start, right? So I'll show you the diff. We've already encountered a little bit of a problem because we can't find an Allen key big enough for the drain plugs or anything, so this is going to gush out in a second, isn't it?
Sorry, no.
Oh, she's gushing. That actually looks pretty clean. I guess they don't really get dirty, the diff oil, does it?
Should have saved it and put it back in.
Should have saved it and put it back in, yeah. Missing a trick here. So you might be surprised to know that I've never actually welded a diff before. Well, why would I have welded a diff before? But yeah, this is obviously an open diff, not an LSD. There's no E46s other than the M3s. Came with LSDs. If you don't know how diffs work, so this side here, this comes...
Hopes and dreams going in that and it all gets destroyed here and then you cry.
That's the Land Rover thing, mate. So this comes from the gearbox and a prop shaft, big metal shaft. This spins round and it comes down here to a little, I'm going to call that one the pinion. I think that's the crown wheel. Yeah, I think I'm right. So it comes down to the pinion, correct me if I'm wrong. And then that transmits torques into this big gear here. And then obviously you've got your drive shafts which go to the wheels on either side. And because it's an open diff, that means that these two can spin at different wheels for when you're going around tight corners and stuff. And that's why when you've got a welded diff, when you're trying to do tight turns, you'll hear the wheels skipping. When you're putting them at the same rate all the time, then it's not very what's the word? Rough. I think it's a bit rough. I'm gonna go with rough.
It's harsh on shafts.
Yeah, I mean it's very harsh on the car. And then the only time I ever broke anything on my E36, I did it twice, and it's when I was exiting junctions and trying to do big fucking slides out of junctions, and because the diff's welded, I kept eating it was CV joints. And another time when I was doing a burnout as well, just standing starts and like low speed stuff, that's what kills them. But yeah, so what's the idea for us then? If we spin this around, so you can see how there's loads of little gears in there, right? So if I spin this one clockwise, the other one spins counterclockwise. And what we'll do is we'll weld all those gears together and put a bit of plate in the middle. And what that means then is that when I turn this counterclockwise, that one will also go counterclockwise. Whereas at the minute, it's naturally going to do exactly the opposite to that. And then we have a welded diff. So we have a predictable rear end, and we will be able to do loads of mad skids in the green bastard. So that is today's video. What's the first job, Dan? Cleaning it up, getting rid of all the oil? Yeah, so obviously we can't weld to oil, unfortunately.
Well, you can, but it's just a little bit of a fire.
So, okay, yeah, no fires. What's happened to the vice, by the way? Looks like some fucking cartel shit, that, man. Right, so we'll get it cleaned up anyway, and then when it's time to weld, I'll bring you along for the ride. Well, we're just giving the gears a quick clean with some brake cleaner, just to hopefully not have too many fires when we're welding it. Hey Dan, what might be interesting is if you did one side and I did the other side.
Alright.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the cold side?
The cold side?
Because obviously one side welded one side.
Yeah.
A bit hot on the other side.
That's a bit easier for me.
Yeah.
Ah, right. That sounds like a good plan to make it easier for me. The last thing I welded was the Audi exhaust, if you remember.
We'll just swap it round so that yours looks better.
Well, we're going to compare at the end. We'll have a comparison. So when I showed you those gears before, there's that on both sides, like a hole where you get into on the open diffs on both sides. So Dan will do one side, and I'll do the other side, and then we'll compare. And I'll get Dan to hold the camera whilst I'm doing it. I'll video you first, making a real nice job of it, and then you can video me making a real hash job of it. But as long as one side holds strong, we'll be good, right? Yeah. Well, we've got this bit of bar here, which is 25 by 5. That's 5 mil, is it?
Yep.
So this is just pure steel, and that's going to go in the middle. Oh, watch your fingers. So you're just going to be sticking everything together.
Each corner.
Yeah.
Tacking each corner on that bit of bar to each gear, and then just start blagging it up in corners, blag it up in each corner, weld around it, and just keep on going and going and going.
Just fucking sand it with a welder, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. Don't turn it. Don't.
Sorry, I turned it. Right, so Dan's. Well, we both thought it'd be a good idea if he did the initial tack, just so that it doesn't actually break. So he's putting the plate in on both sides. But he's doing the old welder's trick of apparently not needing a mask on.
Just close your eyes.
Just close your eyes, yeah? Do the DiCaprio meme, yeah? It's very bright in your face. Oh, he's really going now. That is a long trigger down moment. He's had his finger on the trigger there for about half a minute. No messing. Professional. Right, we'll let Dan crack on and then we'll inspect his work. And then I'll try and replicate it on the other side. Okay? Okay, the man has done his side. Let's inspect. See what I've got to try and contend with. Fuck that, it's pretty welded like. Still quite hot, eh? Ooh, very hot actually.
Heat troubles.
Seems very welded. Is that because it's hot and what's the word?
Tight. Expanded.
Expanded, yeah. So you've, because I heard you on the trigger with the welder, you're on the trigger for absolutely ages, so that's a bit of a cheat for me. You've gone all the way in the gears as well. So that's all one piece of weld now, is it, pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah, decent.
The theory is if you weld up into gears, it gives it more bite into gears.
Yeah.
As well as then when you're welding it into the middle, it's tying it all together.
Interesting. Alright, how are we going to turn it round? Will it turn?
It should do.
Oh, oh.
Just a bit tight sometimes. But it's gone through the gears.
Okay, my turn is ready. So yeah, Dan has tacked the little plate in for me to give me a bit of a head start. Still a bit of oil on here, I might try and wipe that off. What do you think? Nah, be fine, yeah? Okay, so...
A little bit of smoke, never got everyone.
Yeah, a little bit of smoke, sure.
A little bit of cancer.
So, do we have to do any special kind of patterns or anything in the weld, or are you just gobbing it in?
Just gob it in.
Right.
Bit of weave, going left to right sort of thing.
Right,
like if you were up there on that back corner, don't worry, I won't arc up. You want to be going, start at back,
Yeah.
and trying to draw it up and down, up and down.
Up and down into those gears, yeah?
Yeah. Filling into where gears mesh, sort of.
Oh, alright. Alright, it's going to be fun. So let me just get the mask on and stuff, and then I'll give you Dan. Dan's going to hold the camera, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, we're swapping camera for torch.
With my hands.
My hands are fucking, yeah. that camera's takes some dirt, man. Right.
Right, go on.
I can't really see with this down, like. Hello. There's not much vision through this, is there?
Nah.
Does it all go real bright in a second?
It'll go, it's a react light lens, so when you arc up and it flashes, it'll go dark and you'll be able to see arc perfectly.
Is that the position that you said?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Gangnam style.
Gangnam style.
Good.
Good shit.
Yeah, keep going.
It's definitely done some weld, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's done something. Keep going. Go on.
It's just hard to see.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Would it?
Do whatever's comfortable.
Okay. I'll go back to this. we've got one big blob. One big blob. I felt like I wasn't just doing one big blob, but it would appear that we've got just one big blob. Yeah. But I mean, it's definitely weld. It's a blob of weld. Mm. You know?
Yeah. Keep going. You'll see.
Going, right.
You'll get hang of it eventually.
Maybe. Go back to Gangnam Style. It's very Mr. Blobby, isn't it?
Oh, come on, focus. There we go.
Oh, she's a bitch for the focusing light.
Yeah. Keep going. Just. It doesn't really matter because you'll be overlapping anyway. So.
Right. How do I know if I'm actually penetrating that steel or not?
You can't really. Oh, well, you can on big stuff, but yeah, you can see how on that bit there. Give me something to point with.
That massive ball.
Yeah. So you see that bit down there.
Yeah.
Where you can see that it's sucking down into this bit of bar.
Yeah.
That shows that it's burnt in. Okay.
Whereas this has got a bit of a gap, so
it's got like a edge there.
Okay.
So, but you'll be able to get that by doing another run on the bottom of it.
Okay.
So keep going anyway.
We'll keep going. I'm really struggling to see.
You do know there's no finesse in welding a diff, don't you?
What, just have to send it?
Yeah.
Alright. That works. It's getting hot, isn't it? You can see it's getting hot. Bit of a gap at the top left corner up here I need to get to.
Yep. And just try and lap it up onto it, sort of thing, draw it up onto it.
Aye aye Captain, no bothered at all.
Go on.
Watch this. I'm really struggling with the vision side of things. Maybe it's my eyes, I've got bad eyes. I've still got a massive gap there and I thought I was in it, but I'm not.
You started to get in it.
Yeah.
You can see that clean bit right at the top left there. Have another go. Go on, get in there.
I seem to just be building on top of it now rather than actually penetrating it.
You're not getting any penetration?
No penetration.
That's no good, is it?
I mean, I think it looks pretty welded. There's bits of weld everywhere, but...
Do you want me to see if I can get in and just finish it off for you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now hang on there. Let me carry on with these after you up here.
Go on.
I mean, compare mine against yours.
Well...
Someone who's watched AV on YouTube all the time.
Well, yeah.
Someone who's welded for 20 years.
20 years. Actually, yeah, it is about 20 years. Your torch is too far away from where you're welding.
Okay. See that there? I thought I was right up against the edge doing that. This one here, nowhere near.
Hang on a minute, let's...
Oh, you're telling this is adjustable now?
Yeah.
I can't see fuck all, man, for real.
Right, try it at that now. That should be a bit brighter, I think.
You're gonna blind me?
No, it won't be that bad. Bit better?
Tiny bit better, yeah. Not by much. Nearly got to the edge.
Nearly?
It's looking pretty, right?
Pretty rough. If it were a dog, it'd be barking now.
Yeah. Rough. They're getting a bit of spit and stuff.
That's because your arc length's too long. Your piece of wire out at the end of the torch is too long.
Right.
You need to try and get torch in. I know it's hard.
I knew that. Oh, that was bright. Oh yeah, I got her in there.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need that sort of stuff on every corner.
Ha.
Crack on.
Ha, okay. We're on it. Anything I can do to increase vision?
Not really, no.
No. Maybe they have enough carrots when I were a kid or something. Oh, she's looking pretty, Dan. Well, how do you find that? She's smoking. Smoking. Now, you might be thinking, that I gave this side to Dan to finish off. And you'd be largely correct. But you know, it's still definitely, you can see plenty of evidence that I did the most of this because it looks pretty gash. But we'll compare it to the other side. Just gonna give it a couple of minutes to cool down because it's on fire at the moment. Oh, she's over 200 degrees, like. Yeah, it's pretty warm, that. It's gonna take ages to cool down as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah. A couple of hours.
Will it?
Oh yeah.
Well, chaps, Dan's gone home now, and this is still real hot. Like, I can touch it now, but it's real hot. Obviously, I want to give it a good clean before chucking some oil in it and sealing her up. Oh, it's real stiff as well. I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I got a bit cocky and I thought, hey, I can weld now, can't I? So I'll have a quick go at welding something on the MR2. Now, I cut my skin out of the bonnet of the boot lid ages ago, and I cut it a bit too much, and I accidentally cut this little bit here where the hinge goes. I accidentally cut it right at the top. So I thought, let's have a quick go at welding that then, now that I'm pro. Jesus Christ, this is way more difficult than what I was expecting. So I blew straight through it to start with, and then I thought, oh, I'll do this side instead. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. That's just terrible. This side, I mean, it's better than what it was. This was completely not connected at all, and it kind of is now. But yeah, I just kept blowing fucking massive holes into it, which, you know, I was trying not to. Then I tried to turn the welder down, right? And it's got this current mode. It's got 128 on the current, yeah? But get this, the knob goes all the way around. And now one bit's longer than the other one, so you'd think the long bit would be the mode you're on, right? But apparently not, it's the short bit. So anyway, I put it on 1 and like just tried to calm it down a bit, but yeah, it was just annihilating the steel there. It's yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. And I was getting so many, look at my tarp. I was getting so, oh, it's burnt all the way through my tarp. I put this down just in case. Well, it's because I had to grind it first, obviously, for the grinding dust, but like, I've got such a fear that one of those hot blobs of snot has fell onto my car somewhere and, you know, burnt through a heater hose or something. But yeah, engineering. So it's still a bit stiff, but it's still quite a bit warm, so I blame heat. Hopefully it's not just fucking broken or something. Why not turning all the way around then? Well, it's definitely welded. That is for sure. Right, who did best then? That's Dan's side. Professional welder man Dan. And this, that's my side. Okay, Dan did better for sure. I had to get Dan to finish this off as well, so I'm kind of cheating here, but yeah, she's definitely welded at least. It's freed up a little bit now as well. Look, I can do a full rotate. I can do a full rotation with no problems at all. Now I'm going to let it cool down a little bit anyway and give it a clean before putting the plate back on. I'll rest it on there just for now because yeah, that's right, I'm going home with half a job done. But we've had a fun video, haven't we? Hey? So there we go then, that's how you weld a diff, in case you were interested or didn't want to watch one of the other thousands of videos on YouTube showing you how to do that. But yeah, I put my mark on it now. I did quite a bit of the welding. You know, obviously my skills need honing slightly, but if any of you remember the video where I first had to go with a welder, I tried to weld the exhaust on my Audi and that went tits up. Well, it took a lot of attempts, let's say, and this was a bit more successful than that. So I'm going to let it cool down anyway. I'm going to clean it tomorrow and seal it up and everything. You don't need to see that. You've seen the juicy part. You know, you've seen the meat. You know, the dog's seen the rabbit and all that. That's how you weld a diff. So hopefully that'll be strong. I'm sure it will be. It's got to take all the torque of that 3-litre BMW engine, which is actually quite a bit of torque really, isn't it? I said that kind of in jest, but I guess that's got quite a lot of torque. A bit more than my E36 did, but we've got a bit more weight as well. We will be stripping the fuck out of this with the angle grinder. It's already pretty strict, but we'll be getting the angle grinder out, weighing it first, and then see how much weight we can get out of it. It'll be a lot of good fun videos still to come yet. We've got a drift day in 2 months, so join me next time for another green bastard video. Should have the subframe on back on it soon. Still got loads of stuff to do on this little bastard, but yeah, I'm still trying to pod on. M3's got track day booked as well for next month, so I need to fucking hell, all go at the minute. So hopefully good videos, and I'll see you in the next one, chaps. How to weld a diff. Yeah, just get your mate to do it. Simples.